Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm giving my honest review of the Podium Pass Series 2. So when the game launched, obviously we all came to grips with this Podium Pass that's in the game now, which is very much like the Battle Pass from like Fortnite or Call of Duty, or any of those kind of similar games. And Series 1 was interesting. I, for one, thought there wasn't enough content in Series 1, and I've been critical of that on Twitter. I've publicly stated that there wasn't enough, basically. Like, the base liveries, there was maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 that I really liked from Series 1, and I wanted there to be way more in Series 2. Well, that's what we're going to go through today. Podium Pass, let's have a gander. Let's start with all the way at tier number 1, and then work our way up the order and just give my thoughts basically on it. So, of course, the bottom layer is the VIP one. I think it's 6,000 pit lane points or podium points, whatever it is, to buy the VIP pass. Obviously nothing new. That's very much like how pass system works in current games as well. So you've actually got a few liveries on the kind of basic tier that are unlocked for free, basically, that all you have to do is play the game and they'll unlock automatically. So we start off with the simple flow. It is a very simple flow. Personally, for me, not really feeling it too much. Doesn't really look like an actual F1 livery base color. Then we come to 2 very unique liveries. We've got the End Racism livery and also the We Racers 1 livery. Both look very cool. I like the two-tone nature of both of them. Like, you can see the flip kind of a mirror reverse of, you know, white on black and then black on white with the rainbow on the We Racers 1, and then the same thing with the End Racism livery. It's got the same flip where you've got white text on a black background and then black text on a white background there. So both of those are in the basic tier, as they kind of should be. It would have been very bad if they were in the purchase tier. But then we just come through to a helmet. We've also got on the VIP tier. Okay, I guess. Okay. This is interesting. I like this. For a level number 3 for VIP, well done, Cody's. I actually like. Let's go and look at this in a bit more detail if my controller wants to actually connect and go here. So we go to create new. We can look at these liveries in a bit more detail. So here we go. This is the Shard livery. So this is the very first major livery you can unlock with the VIP Podium Pass, and I really dig it. Really nice. I like the aesthetic of the base colors they've given us. Obviously, you can change the colors if you want, but you've got that really subtle little stenciling on the engine cover and also the side pods, and then the blue shards just all over. I mean, all over the halo. That looks sick, and then you've got just also along on the front as well. Very nice detailing. This was already one that was unlocked. That was from Series, I think, Series 1 this was. I think this was the very end of Series 1. So let's go back to the Podium Pass. Have to keep on doing this to try and look at it in a bit more detail, but that's fine. And we have to go all the way back to the beginning here, and then we can have a look. Right, so we've got animations now for the podium sequence. So when you get on the podium, your character will do this straight off the bat. So this one is not exactly my taste, but it is funky nonetheless. Then you just get some coins, blue glove, and then overalls as well. Actually, didn't know they did overalls as well to match. So overalls as well, sweet, you unlock for free. This one, gopping, I don't like that one. It looks horrendous. This, equally, gopping. What is that? Masterpiece. I think what they've tried to do here is, I think they've tried to mimic a 5-year-old designing a helmet design, kind of like Lando Norris got with that kid that designed his British Grand Prix helmet. But it's just not the same aesthetic, is it? It just looks rather bad. Glove. Okay, I guess. Free livery, this is. For a free livery, it's pretty okay, I would say. Not going to zoom in on it, but it looks okay. This one, I don't know what that is, but we'll move on. This livery, not for me personally, but you may like it. I don't know why they've got the Italian colours in the middle there. It doesn't really work with the black or grey and yellow, rather. I think Dan Ricciardo would very much like this livery with the kind of leopard print he had at Mugello. And then again, you've got helmets as well for both these things, so very nice to see those in the free tier as well. Overalls, bit tacky. That is alright. That looks okay. Maybe in some different colors it might look banging. Let's actually go through and customize that and see that for ourselves. So we're on this one. No, that's not even that's actually a basic livery. It's actually one of the lower tier liveries. So if we change the colors here, let's have a gander. So if we maybe change that to black, would that look a little bit better? Let's go in our racing colors actually. Let's see what we can do with our Archer colors. So if we go for neon green, what's that going to look? We need a little bit more brightness there. What's that going to look like? That's it's actually, you know what, like that, it's actually pretty okay. If we went for maybe like a subtle grey, maybe, perhaps. So how do I actually get this to grey? Saturation I need to 0, and then I get to like a dark grey potentially. That could look like a nice two-tone sort of thing. It's okay. You can see why it's in the basic livery tier, essentially. So we move back through. So that's interesting. There's a basic uncommon livery before, or after, rather, after an epic one. So I think they maybe, honestly, I think putting this in tier 3 is them realizing that, yeah, maybe we should reward them all for what was a very meh Series 1 Podium Pass. This one, it's not really something I would go for, but it's a bit crazy for multiplayer maybe. This is a pretty sick helmet. I like that. I like the stenciling. The colors work really well on the base design. You can customize all of them, of course, but that looks very cool. I actually like that. That's decent. This celebration, I like copying Sebastian Vettel's little ancient Egyptian little dance there. I've actually equipped that onto my character, I think, for my team, so that's very decent in my opinion. To mimic, it's mimicking real life driver celebrations. That's what we really want. We kind of, you know, I feel like most of you guys as well will agree. Like, you don't want random dances. You kind of want to mimic what real F1 drivers have done. Obviously, if it's a cool dance nonetheless, then it could be cool to get on the podium, but like that. But if it mimics a real life driver's celebration, that would be pretty sick. Then we get through to gloves. Okay, very weird logo, but there we go, kind of like a Jaguar, B-Tech Jaguar almost. This one is sick. I know what they're going for. They're kind of going for that whole German, you know, Sebastian Vettel stripe. So you can get that in like an Italian, you know, on white. You can change the black to base white. So I see what they've gone for here totally, and I rate that they've gone for that kind of, you know, copycat of the Vettel helmet. This one, very typical multiplayer kind of livery. I would never choose it for my team. I like this one. It's like Dazzle camo gloves. Like that. This one, not so much. Gopping. What's this? This is that. That's pretty okay, I guess. That's like a very Daniel Ricciardo-esque celebration, that. This one, pretty basic, but works quite well, actually. Quite elegantly slick. So decent. Coins. Very weird Alienware Martian logo. This one, I'm calling this one the B-Tech Rocket Williams version 1. Remember when they first came into F1 and sponsored Williams? This is essentially the... Actually, you know what? If we went into the customization, I reckon I could get that to look like the white on blue. So what we need is, we need blue for this color. We just go to saturation there, and then the blue was like what? It was like a it's hard to get, actually. It's like that kind of blue in a way, like that, something like that, and then saturation maybe a little bit down a tad, and then basically if you had sponsors on, it would basically be that, essentially. Like, it's kind of close to it. Obviously it's not exactly what the Williams livery was, but pretty much you can see they're kind of gone for that copycat style. Plus, they've actually added some stencil work to it, though, which actually does make it look a little bit better in a way. But yeah, it is kind of the B-Tech Williams livery, that one. We come through to a common livery we get. This is very Ayrton Senna kind of vibes. I actually really like this. This is actually better than the previous one. So for a common livery, level 24 though, so you have to play a lot to get it unlocked naturally, but pretty decent. Gloves, Dazzle camo, overalls, I like that actually. This celebration, pretty decent. Gains, yeah, that's alright. That one is a bit odd, bit cringe. Gloves, okay. I actually like these gloves. The gloves work better than the overalls, just because they're like smaller, basically. And then we get through to the final one. Now this, props. This is amazing. I love this livery. This is really, really cool. Let's go into it. I like this livery a lot. Like, the design they've got flowing off the kind of main chassis part onto the bargeboard end plates, the side pod end plates. And the engine cover and side pods, really like that. The gradient subtly from black to kind of what we got right now, like hot red or pink. Halo's got some different colors, which is always good, and is in contrast to the chassis, which is always a good thing in my opinion. And then you've got a nice front end with some color blocking there, kind of blocks off the nose, and then some color on the front wing. It's kind of got everything you want, and also it's asymmetrical, because the front wing's different on either side, and also I believe, yeah, it's different on the left to the right. So it's kind of almost like a Valtteri Bottas kind of esque asymmetric design. But I like this, yeah. As a last livery, decent stuff. So overall, what do I think? Honestly, overall, Series 2 Podium Pass, they've done a much better job than Series 1. So I'll give them that. They've done it. I think they've listened. They've put in a really good livery early on level 3 for those of you guys who maybe don't play the game a lot, or, you might just not want to, play it that much. You might just want to purchase this one early on versus other ones, basically. But the rest of it, there's some little nice ones here and there. Celebrations, there's 2 I really like with the Vettel one and the Ricciardo one. That one's gopping. And there's a few liveries that I personally don't love. The helmet, I like this one. So overall, there's maybe about half of the content here that I like and half of it I don't, which is kind of normal. That's kind of what I get and what I had when I used to play Fortnite a few years ago, and it's exactly what I get now if I ever play Warzone and stuff like that. Like, you're not going to like everything. There's something for everyone, I feel. Bottom line, honest opinion, it's much better than Series 1. Is it worthwhile? If you personally really like some of the liveries that are later on, then yes. If not, maybe give it a miss. That's kind of as per usual with most battle passes and most games. But that's my opinion, guys. I thought I'd make that video because one of you guys actually tweeted me yesterday about doing an overview of it and kind of looking into everything, giving my opinion on it. So that is my opinion. As I said with the Series 1, though, it's entirely up to you. If you want to do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. But it was something I was critical of in Series 1, and they have looked to rectify it. Hopefully they continue to take this feedback on board, and Series 3 is even better. So till then, guys, if you did enjoy the video, hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.